Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm really excited to be with you today. If you're watching the replay of this, just know that there may be some things that I'll share, and and you'll be able to get downloads or something like that later. Just make sure you're staying in contact, reaching out to me. You can reach me through the Mothers Raising Teen Daughters portal, or you can reach me through the Mom Suite portal. So either way, if you're new, hello and welcome as well. I am Kiana Shaw, CEO of KRS Training and Development and the founder of Mothers Raising Teen Daughters, as well as the momsuite.com. And so I wanted to welcome you as well. And we're going to get started. We're going to jump right in because I really want you to get the most out of today. All right. So let me pull up the presentation. Um, One of the things that I want to make sure that you're thinking about today, I want to make sure that everyone is really trying to take your time. I want you to take your time because when we're setting goals, I think sometimes we really get excited and we really just push forward and we don't think about what do I need to really make this happen? What do I really need? And so we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to go kind of slow just because if you're watching the replay, you can always speed up. But I want to go slow because I really think that it's important that we go through each of these things um, and give the time needed for it. All right. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to share my screen. Oh, there we go. All right. So we're doing goal setting today. Um, Let me move this over so I can see everything. Very good. All right. So we're going to talk about all of the things. You're going to expand this. This is not just for if you want a house. This is not just for if you want a better relationship. This is for everything that you can think of. All right. And so today, we're going to develop a plan for your next 10 years. We're going to develop a plan for the next 10 years. And because we're developing this plan, I really want you um, in a mindset of let's get it done. All right. So I want to make sure I can see it on here as well. All right. So some of the things that you're going to want in the next 10 years, some of the things you want to accomplish, our objective is should sustain us, and they should make us get up early, and they should make us go to bed late. Not every day, of course. I'm all for getting rest, but they should drive us to the discipline that we need, to the books that we need to read, to the classes that we need to take, and even whatever it is that's necessary. Everything about our goals should make us get up and do them, should make us want to stay up late. It should keep us occupied, right? We should be looking at our goals and pursuing our goals much more than we're watching TV. So think of your favorite TV show and think about how much time you spend in that and how much time you spend in your goals. And they should match, if not exceed, right, on the goal side. Okay. If the dreams are strong enough, and the purpose is strong enough, we will pay the price. We will pay the price of sacrifice, right? And not look to just be enjoying everything, but also looking to make sure that we are doing what's necessary. So, my first question is what 5 things have you already accomplished that you are proud of? What 5 things have you already accomplished that you're proud of? I want you to write those things down. Number your paper 1 to 5. It might be that you got a gold medal. Maybe you were, your sixth grade spelling bee champion. Maybe you've accomplished your six-figure business. Write it down. Maybe you completed, some classes that you wanted to take. Maybe you're the first to graduate in your family, came in first place in sports, or maybe the big accomplishment is that you're drug free, right? Because that's a big thing. um Some of our families, are full of people who are on drugs or have been on drugs. And so staying drug free is a huge accomplishment. Maybe you're co parenting successfully. Maybe you read all the books that you wanted to read, or you're on target to read all the books you plan to read this year. 5 things you have already accomplished. All right, now this one you see it's a lot going on in this slide, and that's okay. I want you to think about, I want you to number your paper, right? Just 1 to 50 at least. Just take a moment and just number your paper 1 to 50 and put them one under each other. Don't put them side by side. 1 to 50, one under the other. All right. So I want you to think of, what do you want in the next 10 years? Just think about the things that you want, and I want you to write them down as fast as possible. Now, here's the thing. I mean, and when I say as fast as possible, like, I don't want you to be thinking like, oh, well, I can't do this, I can't do that. I don't want you to think about what you can get. I want you to think about what you want. Education doesn't matter, money doesn't matter. Just write down, what do you want in the next 10 years? If you're 30, and what do you want by the time you're 40? If you're 17, what do you want by the time you're 27? Okay? If everything fell into place and you could have anything you want over the next 10 years, what would you want? Start writing. What places do you want to visit? You might be thinking Bali or Dubai or Coachella, right? You might be thinking Miami for spring break. Write as many. Don't stop at 50 if you don't have to. Write as many as you can. What experiences would you like to have? Maybe you want to go parachuting. Maybe you want to star in a movie. Join a famous performer on stage. Win a gold medal. Maybe you want to start a family, right? Maybe you already have kids, but you want to get married. I know I want to start playing volleyball. I don't know why that's been on me so much, but I'm going to start playing volleyball this year. Maybe you want to do a musical instrument or take up water skiing or just skiing, regular skiing. I'm also going to take up golfing this year. I have golf clubs, don't use them. This year we're going to use them. Maybe the experience is traveling. Um, while learning. Everyone doesn't want to learn from high school by just being in high school. Maybe travel while you're learning abroad. What new skills would you like to learn? One skill that I definitely think people should be learning is sales and marketing. Even if you're not in that field, you just shouldn't you should know it. It's a skill. Organization, how to give seminars, maybe even write books, right? What changes would you like to make in life over the next 10 years? What habits would you drop or pick up, right? What would you drop or acquire? What people would you like to meet over the next 10 years? What financial goals do you want to hit over the next 10 years? Maybe you want to, be a billionaire. Maybe you want to be a multi-billionaire. Maybe you want to have income property, investments, right? What projects would you like to support? What would you like to invent? What's missing in the world? What have you thought of and thought, oh man, I should create that, but you didn't? Maybe you ran into a patent that somebody else already has. Maybe you want to be debt free. How healthy do you want to be? All of these are things that should be on your goal list. And by being debt free, I mean that you don't owe anyone anything. How healthy do you want to be? Maybe you're like, I just want to be able to get up without grunting. Maybe you want to be able to do a couple of flights of stairs without being winded. How healthy do you want to be? What do you want to have? A cabin in the woods, a lake house, a butler, a maid, a chauffeur, a chef, personal chef? What are your career and business goals? How productive do you want to be? Someone said if when they were writing their goal list, they were like, I put revenge on there. They said I would drive my car and park it on the grass of everybody that said I couldn't do it, that said my dreams were too big, that said I would never accomplish them, right? He said, I want to get my brand new car and park it on their grass and say, here's the money to have the grass fixed. What hobbies would you like to start? I was driving here in LA, there's a Porsche track where you can rent Porsches and you can drive them, speed race them around the track. I think I want to start doing that on a regular basis. I think I want to start doing that. All right. So we're gonna go forward, but if you need to come back to this, that's fine. Like it's not like you have to turn this in, right? So if you need to come back to it, perfectly fine. Now I want you to give each item on your list a one, three, five, or 10. You see, I had to put the 10 in. I couldn't find a slide with a 10. So I had to improvise. But what you're doing is how long you're marking how long you think it will take you to accomplish the goals. right? 1 year to do this one, 3 years to do that one, 5 years to do the next one, 10 years to do those. Mark it as you go. Just go back through and read them. How long is it going to take you? And you write that next to it. If it's going to be less than a year, just put 1 year. If it's going to be more than 10 years, then you could put 10 plus. If it's between 3 and 5, don't overcomplicate it. Just pick one. How long will it take you to get to Dubai? How long will it take you to move your parents in with you? How long will it take you to do that girls' trip to Cancun? How long will it take you to grow your business into 6 or 7 figures? Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to add up all the ones, all the threes, all the fives, all the tens. Just take a quick minute. How many ones do you have? How many threes? All right, now on your list of goals, right? Which are the most important? Which are the four most importance, right? So look, not just the list of goals, but on the ones that you mark that you can do in 1 year, which are the four most important? Go ahead and mark those. Maybe getting married is a top priority for you. Maybe making sure that, your high school, your 12th grader finishes strong, or your 11th grader finishes strong this year. They have one more year of high school. Now, when you look at those four things, those top four things that are most important to you, I want you to prioritize getting those done. Okay? Prioritize getting those top things done. So for me, it's being debt free. For me, it's taking a trip to Punta Cana. I really want to do that. And I'm like, why not? Why can't this be done in a year? it's golfing, and it's becoming an international speaker, right? Those are some of my four major goals. Now, here's the thing. When you have accomplished some goals, you need some more goals. And that's why you're focusing on the top four. Once those are done, you can focus on the other. Now, granted, you can focus on the other ones during the time, right? But you only have a year. So let's figure out what do we want to accomplish and then what else do we want to accomplish? Okay. Um, when people go to the moon, well, usually when they first started sending people to the moon, they would find out that when they came back, they would have issues with alcoholism or drugs. And one of the things that they found is because after you go to the moon, where do you go? Right? What do you accomplish next? And so what ended up happening was they realized that, when you accomplish something, you need something else to accomplish. Now, here's the thing. It's very important that when you reach a goal, you celebrate it. Okay. That's why I started with what are the five things you've already accomplished that you're proud of? Because you need to celebrate what you've already done. And so as you go forward, it's important that you look at your goals and as you reach them, celebrate each step. The reason you want to celebrate is because there is a level there's that it's not a dopamine, but there's an endorphin that you feel when you celebrate the goal and it makes you propel to the next one. Okay, so you want to celebrate at each step. If it's a family goal that you've accomplished, celebrate with the family. Make sure that, if you're checking it off a list, that everybody puts their check mark on there and you keep adding to your goals. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how successful you are. I don't care if you've made it to that one thing. You want to make sure that you are celebrating and adding more things. I want you to think about what has you excited enough to make you get up early or stay up late. Which goals are those? Think about it, and how long it's going to take to accomplish them, right? And these are outside of your four most important. I want you to think because those are just four most important for this year, right? For that 365-day period. Think about what has you excited enough to stay up late or get up early that will push you, that makes you, take off running like, oh, I really do want this, right? So you thought about it? Why are those goals important to you? What is it about those goals? Why are they so important? Write that down. Maybe those goals are important because they're the key to your family getting back together. Maybe those goals are important because without them, your life is not what you would want, right? It's not that vision is what's keeping you there. Someone said purpose is stronger than the object. It has to be. What's the purpose of these goals? I want a family compound, right? It's part of my 10-year. And the reason it's so important is because my parents are aging and I really want them to be near me. I really want my uncles and my aunts to be near us. I want a single neighborhood where our family knows that one, we are safe, and two, we're there to support one another instead of being spread out so far. Why are these important to you? And now I want you to think about what is it that turns your switch off in life? What is it that makes you walk away from your goals, right? Maybe it's comfort, maybe it's negativity, you've shared it with someone and they're just really negative about it. Why is this what is the thing that turns off your switch? I'm looking at my list as we go because sometimes you have to go back. Why are these four goals important to you? Thinking about your four goals, why are they important to you? So here's a nugget. When the why gets stronger, the how gets easier, right? If you need to lose weight to save your life, you figure out how to get into that gym or get up early and work out every day. When the why gets stronger, right? The why is I want to live. The how gets easier. And another nugget is without a strong enough why, the how seems to be too difficult to accomplish, right? I used to make all kind of excuses. And it's not, I didn't even feel like they were excuses, just good reasons. Like I can't leave the house early in the morning. I'm a single mom, right? I can't leave the house early in the morning to go work out because then my kid is home by herself. I can't, um, you know, go in the evenings because again, she would be home by herself. You can't take children to the gym because she's only 9. Um, and then because I'm working all day, and when she gets home now, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm setting up for the next day. Like there's no time and I'm exhausted. But when my doctor said, we're not looking at if you're going to have a stroke, we're looking at when you're going to have a stroke, I had to figure it out. Right. And so I had to ask my daughter, are you okay? Like, mommy's just at the gym downstairs. Are you okay with being here by yourself? Now she's at an age where she's like, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. Right. But it wasn't always like that. All right. So back to purpose is stronger than the object. What is your purpose? When you know your purpose, the thing that you want to accomplish doesn't seem so difficult, doesn't seem so far away. When it's worth it, we find a way. When I say that purpose is stronger than object, when the object is the house, the purpose is the center. For me, the object is the compound, right? The family compound. The purpose in the center of the family where mom and dad can live without worrying about, if they fall, nobody's going to know, or, worrying about how they're going to be checked on, all those things. And some of your goals have to include personal development. The person you wish to become. You got to be able to develop skills. Who do you need to become? Think about that. Who do you need to become? Who do you need to become to accomplish these goals? Who do you want to become? What skills do you need to develop to make you attractive to the marketplace? What temperament do you need to develop so that you are attractive to the business world? What skills make you a good parent, a good student? It's not what you get that makes you valuable. It's the person you become that makes you valuable. There are a lot of people with things that are not good people. When you work on your personal development every day, you become a good friend, you become a good partner, you become a good colleague, you become a good contributor to the world. The key is the person you become. That is what makes you valuable. One of my mentors, this was a real conversation, said, "Have you got a list of goals?" And I was like, "No." And he said, "Then I can guess your bank balance." And I thought that was a really jerky thing to say. I did. I thought that was a real jerky thing to say. But when I thought about it, our goals create a necessity in the world, right? They create a necessity in us, in our world. And as we're accomplishing them, for whatever reason, the bank balances increase. So when I think about it, what type of person must I become to achieve all I want? Jim Rohn said, "What you become is what you can achieve, and what you achieve helps you become." And then he said, "The more you become, the more you achieve, and the more you achieve, the more you become." Start with a few sentences. What kind of person must I become to achieve all I want? Answer that. Your concept of the person you must become to achieve what you want. Wiser, stronger, a person in great health, a person who gets coaching. Maybe it's physical coaching, right? For your health. Maybe it's spiritual coaching. Maybe it's skills development. What type of person must you become? Maybe you want to be an influencer, but you want to be one with a great reputation. That means that you need to develop your integrity. What kind of person must I be to attract all that I want in my life and the people I want and the opportunities that I want? What type of person must I be? So the key here is to put everything on your list. I know that we think like, oh my goodness, I can't accomplish that. I won't accomplish that. That's too much. That's too hard. Put it on the list anyway. Put everything on your list. Take it out of your head and put it on paper. There is something about writing the process out that formalizes it and makes it into an idea. It takes it from just being the thoughts to making it an idea on paper, something that is doable, something that's tangible and attainable. And listen, as you go through, if there's something on your list that's no longer important to you, take it off. As I'm looking at my list right now, I'm like, this doesn't serve anymore. I don't want this anymore. It's not important to me. So, okay, it's time for me to redo my list. You don't have to accomplish the whole list. Most people are overwhelmed by by their goal list, but most people also don't accomplish 80% of their goal list. And that doesn't mean that they're failures. It means that as long as they're in pursuit of their goal list, if you hit 80%, you're still doing great. And you can restart the list. You can change the list. That's the beauty of it. There's so much to it that we can do. Behold the possibilities. Beware of the negative people. As you are in pursuit of what you want, behold those opportunities and beware of negative people. Okay? Negative people will suck the blood out of you. You just want to move them out the way. Here's the nugget. If you will start your journey, you will become a major contributor to society. All you have to do is start. Literally, that's the only requirement is starting. So if you've been writing your goal list and your goal list is, you want to read, you want to work out, you want to lose a certain amount of weight or gain a certain amount of weight, you want to end a relationship or start a relationship, you want to make more money, you want a better job, you want to pray more, you want to meditate more, you want to advance on your career path, whatever it is, start there, put it on your list, and start accomplishing them. Okay. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to send me an email to Kiana at kianashaw.com. I don't care when you started this list, right? I don't care if you're watching the replay a year from the date of it. I want to know. Send me an email to Kiana, Kiana, at kianashaw.com with the subject line goal setting. And I just want you to send me your 4 top things that you want to accomplish. What are the 4 things on your 1 year list? 4 things. Send them to me. I want to know what they are. All right. Until we meet again, drink your water, eat your vegetables, take your vitamins, and mind your business. Have an amazing day.